Perfect. Just see that, you guys? That song ended just at the right time. Just at the right time. Perfect timing. Nice job. Hello and welcome. My name is Dean Mazzarella, Mayor for the City of Leominster, and every day, twice a day, at 9 in the morning and then at 4 in the afternoon, we give you a little update. This morning we were giving a morning update when all of a sudden they took us, I don't know, Facebook must have a new policy. Hey, did you guys ever hear of such a thing? Twice now, Facebook has cut me off. It's not funny. Did you ever hear of that?
Are you playing bad music?
No, I didn't play anything.
You don't own?
I didn't play anything. They just shut me off. And that's the second time. And then when I tried to get back on, where you hit live video, it was not there. So clearly, I was kicked off. All right, lots to talk about this afternoon. Did watch some of the governor's press conference this afternoon. I'm not sure if you did, but still trying to figure it out. A little bit more information. It sounds like we'll be getting additional information during the week. But if you watched this morning or last week, what did I say? The pressure is going to be on the governor, right? That's what I said. I said pressure is going to be on, and they'll be opening more things. And so anyway, they said today, well, we're going to be opening some things. We're not sure exactly what they are, but we're putting this sort of 4-step process to it. You know, the small, the medium, the large, and the extra large, I guess. Anyway, we'll try to get more information. Yes, 4-phase opening, a 4-phase opening approach. So I wasn't able to get all the information that I probably needed to get out of it, but I will do my best to try to. We did put a slide together for you. So let's don't have updated numbers today yet, but as soon as I have them, I'll give them to you. Let's go to the first slide. These are all the critical phone numbers, 978-534-7500. If you can't find what you're looking for on our website, give us a buzz. We will help you through. We're fully staffed, there to help you, make your government work. Emergency management for any COVID-19 questions, 978-534-7500, extension 5055. Do not forget, you can get masks at both locations, 37 Carter Street, the old Trice and Potato Chip, and also at 25 West Street, City Hall. We're out there, emergency management's out there early. They're out there at 8 in the morning till 4. We are there from 9 to 1 o'clock. I'm sorry, 9 to 4 o'clock. So today the weather kind of kicked in and people stopped coming. So we didn't give as many this afternoon, but we gave a whole lot out this morning. Hundreds, maybe even thousands this morning. So either way, we are ready for you to come by, and all you got to do is pull up out front, and we'll make sure you get masks. Let's see. The Mart is still making Council on Aging rides. So if you're a senior and you need a ride, they're still going to medical appointments, pharmacies. They're not charging you anything. 978-534-7511. State assistance to apply for unemployment benefits, mass.gov/DUA. If you're a self-employed contractor, you can file for unemployment benefits through mass.gov/PUA. Paycheck Protection Program, SBA loans, right, and grants, SBA.gov. Business questions, I am going to let you know about this grant that we're doing at City Hall and coming out effective, I guess, now that we got the application done up and we're ready to roll. So we are accepting a limited number of PPE applications through this SBA program. And again, you can contact the Chamber of Commerce, or you can go to our website. We will link you to the right spot, or you can go to the SBA site as well. Click too fast. Don't forget 1-800-RED Cross, or you go to their website, redcross.org/Massachusetts. Leominster Library, go there. That's where you can download books and music and everything else. United Way, let's see. You can go to them for assistance. You can also call 211. Updated growing places, fruit and vegetables, every Wednesday, Leominster Senior Center parking lot, 11 to 12:30. Every Friday at the Spanish American Center, 10 to 11. SNAP and HIP, HIP eligible. Catholic Charities, Mondays, Tuesdays, Thursdays, and Fridays, 8:30 to 4:30. I think somebody posted on this site just this morning maybe, said they have food and other things. So you just need to call that phone number though. Let them know you're coming at 978-840-0696. If you need to, you can find all this information on our website, leominster-ma.gov, or get out your phone and take a picture. We'll be at Ginny's Food Pantry tomorrow morning doing our live update at 9 a.m. that is. So they're open tomorrow, Tuesdays to Saturdays, 10 to 1. In addition, now delivering thanks to partnership with Emergency Management, who's out there delivering food to those who cannot get to those other locations in town and need somebody to deliver for a host of reasons, right? Not just for that reason. Okay, this is as of yesterday, but as soon as we get the new numbers, we will share with them immediately. But as of yesterday, there were 1,000 new cases. Worcester County had 132 new cases. Those tested in Massachusetts yesterday were 11,852. I think I heard the governor say either 9,000 or 10,000 were tested from yesterday to today. Total deaths in Massachusetts are now, I'm sure, exceeding 5,000 for 139, which is really sad. I didn't think it would get that high. Sunday Leominster numbers, 170 active, 173 off isolation, and we'll bring you up to speed. So that's a 20-person drop for testing positive in Leominster from Saturday to Sunday, and 140 to 173, so 33 increase in those that have come off the list for testing positive and are now recovered and off, do not have any symptoms. As of last Wednesday, we'll update this once a week. You can see where Leominster is. We're all in that 207 per 100,000 count. We're all there, and then it jumps up later on to communities where you now get into the 400s and then into the 500s as you hit like Marlborough and Methuen, and then it goes to the 6 and 7s in Peabody, Taunton, Holyoke, and then the real high ones, which is just mind-boggling, is Everett at 1212, Revere at 1307, and Chelsea at 2,224. And it's I just wonder, a couple of those communities like Chelsea and Everett, I know, did a complete shelter in place, like nobody can leave. And I just wonder, I mean, the numbers still have gone up drastically. I wonder if that really had any kind of an impact. It's hard to say, but 1,965 people that died per 100,000. That's 1965 per 100,000 in places like Chelsea. Do I have two slides? No, that was just the slides. Okay, it looks like from the governor's update, we've flattened the curve, but we'll have to continue to social distance, mask and sanitation. Listen, that's it. That's just going to be part of the wardrobe. They'll be like sunglasses or any part of your wardrobe, right? Things that you wear. I'm just going to have to carry a mask. I've just resigned to the fact. I've waved the white flag, and I'm like, I'm just going to have to carry this thing around. And I'll have to sort of leave it here. And then if I get too close and I can't keep social distancing, I'm okay with it now. It's just way of life, I guess. Took a little while. Had to go to my own boot camp, but that's the deal. So weekend represents downward trend, but it's still too early. And again, I showed you that the weekend trend was considerably down. The advisory board has met with 44 different industries and received 2,220 written recommendations. I'm sure they all said open. Incoming days will be released on which industries and activities can resume during phase one. And then there's the four phases: start, cautious, vigilant, and new normal. I'm pretty sure the new normal is going to be just what I said just now, right? Face mask and social distancing, wash your hands. Yep, it's mostly social distancing. That's the biggest part. And then when you can't, you just pop up that mask. So we'll give you more information as we get it, but that's what we have right so far, and that was just from a couple hours ago. Phase one openings, all businesses will be asked to comply with the following: all persons 6 feet apart, inside and outside, all people who will be asked to wear face coverings, provide hand sanitizer, hand washing capabilities, sanitize regularly, training for employees of all of the above, plan for employees who will become ill and for the return, establish cleaning protocols. Isn't that what we've been saying since day one? That when we open, this is exactly what we've got to do as businesses. No more going into a restroom and there's only cold water. Nah, days are over, right? Okay, here we go. This comes to a critical, this is new, and you're hearing this first. No one else, not even on the governor's site or Mayor Walsh's site, are you going to get this? Okay, this is like breaking news, big time. Swig of the water, please. So, Community Development Block Grant funding is officially available right now. An act was passed in Congress for nonprofits and for profit, and under the CDBG COVID funds, Leominster is receiving $272,000. We've chosen to use our funds to assist small businesses in Leominster, and there's 2 ways to qualify. The micro enterprise, a business with 5 employees or less, including the owner. The owner must earn an annual household income of equal or less than 80% of the area median income. There you go. Drop down. See that little box there in white? See it? There it is. That's your income. So you have to be 80% of the area median income. Right there. That's it. So if you have a family of 4 and you make $71,000, then you're in. But we're telling everybody to apply. Just apply. Don't, like, it's going to take you no time at all to apply. We'll even help you apply. But don't, just, you should apply, right? So 4-person household, 71, but a 1-person household at 50,000, okay? So a lot of people probably qualify for it. The second piece of after the micro enterprise is a small business having any number of employees where at least one job is either retained or created, all right, by a low to moderate income employee. And then you see the guidelines right there. So either one. So apply for it, please. That's all we're asking, is that you apply for it. I'll go to the next slide. Here's some of the other criteria. And I don't mean to gum this all up and make it difficult, because it's not. But you must be a Leominster business impacted by the COVID-19 public health and safety measures, which that is everybody, right? You must have been in business for at least 1 year. That's most everybody. Must be a for-profit business. That's probably everybody. Must provide a narrative description of how the business has been impacted by COVID-19. Must provide a business or mortgage lease obligation. All right? And must, so what's that mean is you've got to have some kind of a document or a lease or something, right, saying that you rent space or lease space, and you must meet the CDBG guidelines. What are they? So you could get $2,500 for each qualifying business. Funds will pay for rent, mortgage, and or utility payments. Deadline for the application, first round, is May 31st. Applications are available at leominster-ma.gov. You submit the application and most recent tax returns to grants@leominster-ma.gov or mail to the mayor's office at 25 West Street. Applicants can also be placed in the drop box at the top of the stairs. You may be asked for additional information such as lease agreement, utility payments, something to back up what you're going to use the money for, right? You can't just say, well, write me a check for $2,500. All applicants will receive an acknowledgement when their application has been received. So as soon as we get your application, we're going to say, guess what? Received it. For more questions, all right, if you have other questions, call the mayor's office at 978-534-7500, extension 0. Here's the application. It's not very long. It's really simple questions, right? Is this your only source of income? Type of business? How many people you currently employ? How many employees have the following benefits? Do you have sick time, vacation time? Just apply, okay? That's as much as I can tell you there. Apply. So if you think you might be eligible, please apply. We're going to do everything we can to qualify as many businesses as possible and get them that $2,500, okay? So here's another program with the state. Let's see. I'm just trying to see if the new numbers came in. Not yet. I was just checking. So here's another program from the state. This is through the state treasurer's office. Mike Cooley, I think, said it took him about, I don't know, 10 minutes, 15 minutes to fill out the application. Anyway, here's another one for small businesses. And these are for real small businesses, under 5 million. Had to be in business for a year. Get your application in by the 29th. I do it sooner than later. Just go to our website, leominster-ma.gov, because see that site on the right? I don't know how they expected anybody to like remember that, because one bad keystroke and you're done. It's not going to get you to the site. So just go to our site, right there in bright yellow. Leominster-ma.gov. Just look for the treasurer's office application there for small business, state opportunity for small business, and we'll get you hooked up. I'm a little ahead of myself, but here's the Worcester County cases. You see towards the end, far right-hand side, right? That's as of the 9th. So you can see it sort of dropping off. Got to keep your eye on that, though. I mean, Boston hospitals are saying they're seeing some improvement. So it's pretty much where we said, right? Week 8 and 9, the difficult weeks. Daily cumulative and confirmed cases as they do more testing. You can see that streak there of testing is now way up. And it looks like 80,000 people have been tested, right? We go to May 10th over there. We go to May 10th, and you can see the numbers dropping to just below, just above 1,000. Testing by date, more and more, and it looks like the 7th or 8th were the highest. But not bad, almost 12,000 people yesterday, so that's pretty significant. By county, you can see Massachusetts, Leominster's area of North Worcester County right in the middle. What we want to see is from left to right, we want to see that light blue crisscross across the state. We're in that sort of Leominster blue look there, that's sort of mid-range, and then you kick into those 3 areas, Plymouth County, Middlesex, and Essex, where they're still showing signs. Deaths yesterday were at 129, the biggest for 5,108. That's sad, huh? Sad. And there's your hospitalization at 3,128. Those numbers, again, are going down. We were at May 5th at 3,600, dropping down now to 3,128. That's a good sign. Also, another good sign here is we've sort of dropped again in terms of death. No, we've actually gone up in deaths, I'm sorry, but we are up in testing. That's what you see there, new deaths by date of death and then total deaths reported. So you still see that surge there climbing to over 5,000, which is not what we wanted to see. Cases and case rate by age group, the average age, 53. Average age of hospitalization reported, that's gone up slightly, but you can see everybody gets it on the left. Those are confirmed cases and those that end up in a hospital to the right. And it's usually when they hit 70 plus is where we see the big spike. And average age of deaths confirmed by the COVID-19 is 82 years old. Again, on the left, people get it. And, but not many pass away who are young. But once you hit that 70, 79, it kicks up and then really spikes up when you see that 80 and above. Still, between men and ladies, still about the same. Deaths with previous hospitalization, still riding about 56%. That's about the same. And deaths with underlying conditions, still at 98%. So none of those 3 graphs have changed at all. Obviously, we'll have to look at this. This shows something here. There's clearly data that shows that deaths by race and ethnicity are really sort of up there. I mean, they're responsible for a good chunk of those who are in the hospital, or A, tested positive, B, hospitalized, and C, passed away. So that is, have we just not gotten into those areas? Maybe certain, ethnic neighborhoods. It'll be interesting to see what that information tells us. Long-term facilities, there are less in long-term facilities right now that are testing positive, so that's a good sign. There you go by total hospital capacity by region. There's your distribution of PPEs, and I think the governor said we distributed, as of yesterday, over 1 million pieces of PPE throughout the state. That's pretty big. So some people have said they've gone to the hospital, they couldn't get tested, they didn't have symptoms, but somebody that they were around had symptoms, but that wasn't good enough because they really wanted to see if somebody that was actually confirmed and had symptoms before they would test them. Maybe try Community Health Link, and I'm not sure that's a faster approach. I know people are getting sort of antsy and want to get tested just so they know, or maybe they can't go back to work unless they're tested. So if you go to work and you say, my daughter's been sick, I'm not sure, she hasn't been tested yet, but I'm not sure, they will more than likely send you home, right? If they send you home, that's a whole nother set of circumstances and tell you to come back when you come back with a test. And also going back here, Reliant is still testing, and if you call them, they will, you have to be their customer, but if you call them, they will qualify you and ask you questions and make sure that you're doing all the right things, and then they will test you. But it's really based on the fact that they're going to ask you some questions first. And as this goes on, week 10, week 11, they'll be testing more and more people. Don't forget the transfer stations close on Saturday. Starburst postponed till August 22nd. Graduation is August 1st. And you know, I really do believe if everyone cooperates, then we will be able to open some things up. Okay, state numbers. Good news. Total cases are at 78,500. That's up 669. That's the lowest amount in some time. Worcester County is only up 75 cases tested positive. Total tested in Massachusetts are now at 40,000, and that's up 6,339. So not as many tested today as there were over the weekend, but maybe it's because people got more time or whatever. Total deaths are up 129, but that is a little positive because it did drop somewhat. But still, those are the numbers that we want to see drop faster than anything, is those total deaths. We did not get Leominster numbers yet, but that is good news around the state. We're up 669 testing positive. Remember, only 10% of those who test positive have symptoms, and the hospitalization rate is at 4% still, unless it dropped today, but still at 4%. So those are all good. It's not excellent news, that's just good indicators that things may be coming this way. Yeah, it's sad. I mean, people lost. I was reading some of the articles, and some of the friends were telling me what it's like when you get this virus. It is nasty, nasty, nasty. And what they have to do, I mean, even if you survive, it's just not pretty. Yes, there could be long-term effects. And yeah, it's from the stories I've heard, this is not just some flu. And I know people pass away from the flu, but this is a sort of nasty flu. I'm not going to share sort of details with you. You can find out on your own. So if you didn't pay your taxes, you have till June 1st. If you didn't pay a bill after March 10th, then you have till June 30th. Also, we extended the date for real estate exemptions to June 1st. You can mail your payments. You can get online and email them. I'm sorry, you can pay by electronically by getting on our website at leominster-ma.gov, online payment, or you can walk up the front stairs, think you're real cool, stand there like Rocky, make a few trips up and down the stairs, come back down, and then walk up the stairs on your hands, pull the mailbox lever down with your toes, and with the other foot, slide your payment in there. How's that? Comcast Essentials program, still going. They've extended it to June 30th. Don't wait. Don't wait. June 30th, you get 2 free months of internet. Now, you can't already have Comcast internet. And you couldn't have just dropped it last month or the month before. You had to have not had it for 3 months. Anyway, if you're not a Comcast customer and you don't have internet, call them. 1-855-846-8376. And they're going to give you free internet for 2 months and then $9.95 a month after that. I'm going to zip by a couple slides here. If you're just joining us, we're announcing a new grant program here in the city of Leominster. You should apply. Go to leominster-ma.gov. You'll see a link there under Community Development Block Grant. This is not a loan. It's an outright grant. It was provided under the COVID-19 funding from the federal government. And we are hoping that small business can hang in there. It's been tough. At first, it was 2 weeks. Then we were told if we wear gloves and masks and stay away from each other, it'd be 4 weeks. Then schools were closed permanently. We went into 5 and 6, and then 8 weeks. And then it was May 4th, and then we were told the 18th, and now it looks like the pressure's on. You can see by the remarks, if you catch the president's updates on Channel 5, I guess, or any one of those channels, and then see and if you can see the comments below, each week, we said at week 6, this is going to start to turn around, and every other comment is we've got to open things up. So is it safe to open things up? Yeah, I believe so. Can we do it? Yes, but it's got to be, people got to cooperate. So some of the beaches in Florida, they opened, and now they've closed them because there's just too many people there. And obviously, if it's a nice day, everybody's going to have the same idea. Well, probably everybody won't go to the beach, so I'll go to the beach. No. When it's real cold and it's like 40 below zero, that's when you're the only one at the beach. So you get a nice warm day, guess what? You open the beach, guess what's going to happen, right? Everyone is going to go to the beach. And people aren't going to use common sense, and they're going to close the beach. So I suspect at this point, once the numbers start to go down, that things will gradually reopen. I don't think there'll be a flood of people. It's not a racing to the stores. I think people race to the Home Depots and the big box retailers because they got to get what they got to get, or they're home working in the yard and they figure, well, let's do some, those backyard projects that we were hoping to do a long time ago, never got them done. So I think it's going to be a real slow crawl, but people are going to have to cooperate. Got to continue to wear your mask, the best thing you can do is just keeping your distance. There is no proof that anybody's getting it other than, right, for the majority. I'm sure there are cases out there, but for the most part, even the Tennis Association put out a press release saying we advise you to close all tennis courts, not because we have any scientific reasons to say so, but we've conversed with so this is what happens, is as soon as you ask the question, then it's like, okay, now we know somebody's going to expect an answer, and now everyone kicks into the liability mode, right? So what do you do? So you ask some physicians, and you ask somebody the question, so should we, close all the tennis courts? And you ask them, well, do you have any scientific evidence that somebody can get it other than social distancing or somehow or another being too close or coughing on somebody? Is there any evidence? And they'll say, well, no, but just to be, what is it? In the overabundance of caution. In the abundance? Is it in the abundance of caution? Or I said the overabundance. The over, then we say this is the answer. So the memo basically said, nah, there's no proof, but we asked our doctors, and of course the doctors didn't want to be liable, so the doctors said, yeah, you never know. It could be a way that you could get it. So everybody shut the tennis courts down. So that's the way it was, and that's fine, and now people want to know when we're going to open them again. No matter what it is that we open, it's going to have to be done slowly and correctly, right? Yeah, but we're not going to, at some point, things are going to need to open. We said this morning that 50%, we were at the lowest unemployment rate in 50 years, and 2 months later, we're at 80%. We're the highest we have the highest unemployment rate in 80 years. So gradually, things are going to have to go back. And remember, I don't think much is going to change So if you ask people, so when should we go out? Everyone's got a different answer, right? When should we go out? I guess if there is no more money coming in the household and there's no more paychecks and there's no unemployment, I guess people are more apt to say, well, let's, maybe we should start to think about going back to work. Although on the other side, if maybe people, are okay and they're doing all right and have a check coming in, might flaw their thoughts. But one thing I know is this isn't going away. The numbers will come down and they'll go back up and they'll reach some sort of water level, I guess. And then, but until there's an absolute cure or a vaccine, we're in this. We're in this for a while. There's no holding out. There's no, I don't know if you wanted to see it come down to, 5 cases in Leominster, but I don't think it'll get there. There's going to be somebody testing positive. And the more they test, the more they'll find. So at some point, we're going to have to do something in baby steps and see how it goes. But it's all based on people cooperating, right? And if people don't cooperate, then it's not going to work. It's not. If everyone rushes to the beach on the first nice day and everybody's too close because as the tide comes up, everybody crunches in, that's not practicing social distance. So you're not getting within 10 feet of me. Thank you. Right? I just 8 to 10 feet. Okay? Don't want your cooties. You don't want mine. You've got your cooties. I've got mine. Let's go to the next slide. Stimulus package for individuals. There you go. Everybody already knows the drill. If you don't panic just yet. Checks are still coming. Veterans Project. That's why I keep saying Veterans Project. Veterans Day, because it says Veterans Project. But it's going to be Memorial Day. We're sprucing up the cemeteries. People down there already, getting ready. Take advantage of the nice days, because we've had certainly enough rainy and cool days. But if you see a marker like either one of these, then clean it out. A lot of them are overgrown. You take any kind of tool and just clean out a little buck knife and just kind of trace the stone and it'll all come up. And most places have a little place where you can dispose of debris or take it home with you and throw it in your compost pile. But we have not decided. Memorial Day is a day that we obviously memorialize all our veterans, and we flower each grave, and there are a number of things, and there are a number of activities, and the Red Cross, the White Cross celebration at the Veterans Center. So we don't know how this is going to work just yet, but one thing I know, at the very minimum, myself, the Veterans Director, and at least a representative of every single branch of the military will visit every single cemetery. So that's going to happen. That's the minimum. In terms of anything else, now I've gotten some emails from people across the state saying you need to cancel all your your Memorial Day exercises, and I don't know why they sent those out, but they did. And anyway, we will let you know. But we're still a couple weeks away. We'll let you know. But either way, that will be the very minimum. And also along with that, we will take cameras along with us so that you can see that. Speeches or comments will be pre-recorded. Yes, they will. So it's still going to be Memorial Day. It just may be memorialized in a different way. But either way, we will pay our respects on your behalf to every single veteran in the city. And every single veteran in the city will have their grave marked. So it's still Memorial Day, right? That's not going to change regardless of anything. Also, those leaves aren't going to pick themselves up. You got a couple weeks to get those picked up, right? Today's the 11th. So I would say 2, maybe 3 cycles left of trash day. Get them picked up, get them in bags, take a picture if you got a lot of them. You could win. You could be the champion. We are the champion of the leaves, right? Imagine that song. We are the champions. We are the champions. Right? You get the crown. Bragging rights. Might even have your face on a billboard. Wow. Talk about bragging rights come barbecue days, huh? Something to talk about through your mask. Anyway, email those to me at dmazzarella@leominster-ma.gov. Leominster Water Department is still flushing hydrants. Doing North Leominster now. North Street, Side streets of Prospect and Harvard. Put a little water aside, please. Dog licenses renewals have been extended to June 1st. And we are going to have this event. It's called the Sidewalk, old-fashioned bargain days. We used to be a big thing. A radio station would come down, hot dogs and popcorn, all kinds of balloons. It was a big thing. Old-fashioned bargain days and sidewalk sale. This will include all of the businesses in Leominster, not just downtown, all of the businesses. So that way, restaurants can participate. This way, that's right, this way. We won't have large groups of people together, right? We won't be densely populated. We'll have small groups scattered throughout the city taking advantage of great deals. I'll be out there. I didn't get a stimulus check, but my plan is to spend the equivalent of what I got in a stimulus check in the community trying to help other small businesses in town. Never before have we realized that multiplier, that dollar that you spend here locally and what that means, because that dollar gets spent to other. So if I have a business and I go to somebody for a website, I go and have some printing done, I go and whatever, right? Whatever it is that you do with your business. You pay your landlord, whatever you do, whatever your business is, you help people. They spend their money at your place. You spend it in somebody else's business, and the multiplier just goes on and on. It's time for Dr. Mazzarella's boot camp. Remember to wash your hands. Avoid touching your eyes, nose, and mouth. I'm sure now you're going to want to touch your eyes, nose, and mouth. Clean things frequently. Cover your mouth when you sneeze, cough, into the arm kind of thing. Stay home if you're not feeling well, and think about caring for other people in your family. Take care of other people, right? So don't forget, act as if you have the virus. Act as if everyone you come in contact with has the virus, and assume all materials and surfaces that you touch are somehow or another compromised. There you go. Thank you to all those. Our list is huge. All those that have made donations here in the city, and we will get a chance to thank them all. Shopping hours, best thing to do is call first. Don't forget restaurant takeout. Some are open certain days of the week, some aren't. Remember Fitchburg used to do it, old-fashioned bargain days. They called it civic days. But we used to have them here too, old-fashioned bargain. So it's usually before July 4th, because mostly what happens after July 4th is things quiet down. People go on vacation. They tend to want to chill for a couple of months, so they slow down, and so does business. I know in my business, as soon as July 4th comes, the next day, once you open again, the next weeks, all the way into fall, it's just quiet, not much going on. And so anyway, this is like the last big bang, but now even more important, because business is trying to make things up. We're trying to keep people sort of separated. You see they canceled the Boston Pops. I mean, impossible to try to pull something like that off. So here's a list of all our takeout and delivery businesses participating. There's only a few that really haven't opened yet. I suspect by the end of all this, they will. Don't forget, you can buy off-premise sales of alcohol, so you can purchase alcohol from certain restaurants. All right, so more good news. We hope this is the trend. Leominster at 169. That's down, not a lot from yesterday, but it is. It's down from 173. Is that right? No, it's 169. That's down one, because it was 170 yesterday, but it's down. And then 173 completed, the same as yesterday. So 173 people are now removed from the active list, and they've had 7 days without symptoms. So the active list is down one, but hey, that's okay, because we made big progress over 20 the day before. So hopefully this is the trend where we see things going the other way. Leominster parks are open. Boy, if you haven't visited our trails, what a mistake. Even if you can only walk 5 or 10 minutes and then turn around and head back, 26 miles of hiking trails. You find them all, leominster-ma.gov. Go to the recreation department, and you'll be able to find a whole list. And when you get out into the trails, they don't just sort of like point an arrow and say, here, walk 10 miles. They actually put them out there and give you little mini maps so you can see where you're going, and they color them, the trails. And if you haven't been to Barrett Park or any of our other parks, maybe once a week you go to every single one of our parks, or maybe once every other day. Okay, Sholin's coming alive. Those buds are starting to pop, but you know what? Missed out on an important fundraiser, and we're going to need to make up some of that money so they can continue to pay for the spraying and the things that need to get done. So those are the numbers. I hope you didn't miss them. I will, one more time, strongly urge you to apply for all of the grants and loans that are on our website, leominster-ma.gov, but more in particularly, apply for that one that is the CDBG money, because we're going to try to get everybody qualified, and there are so many ways that we can get you qualified. But apply for it, and we'll do everything possible to see that you get qualified. They're $2,500 grants. Don't have to pay it back. The reason is we understand this. It took, after the recession, we had 50% of downtown was empty. It took 10 years to the point where we were at a 5% occupancy rate. It is much easier to keep people alive and keep business alive, and much less expensive than it is. It's millions to get businesses back one at a time, and they don't all come back at the same time. Some are in, some are out, and not all businesses are going to survive, but we really would like to try to help them survive in any way possible. So between these funds, the COVID-19s, the state funds, that's a good chunk of money. You can qualify for some of this and put it together. And some people, real small businesses, you know, this might be just enough. At least a little bit here from the state, a little bit from the city, some from the feds, might just be enough to keep people alive so that, you know, until things get moving again. So apply, apply, apply. We're not discouraging anybody from applying. Please apply. Cases at Health Alliance are at 25 with 1. So this must have changed. 25 testing positive and 1 in ICU. That's what it looks like right now. So at this point, we want to thank you for watching. We will be back on tomorrow morning at 9. We will be at Ginny's, and we'll be talking about the great services that they offer the community and in the area as well. And we'll give you our updates for the morning. And please, if you could, be kind, be generous when possible. Be patient. Week 9, be patient. Everything, I go back on our little slides here, and pretty much everything we've said since week 1, projecting out 2 weeks, 3 weeks, 4 weeks, has been exactly how it's played out. And it's just human behavior and common sense. And that's all we ask for. And our numbers have been very low compared to other parts of the state, everywhere. And see, as soon as you start talking about touching things, I get itchy. But we've done well, and people have cooperated. And I was saying this past weekend, I saw people at ice cream places. Everybody was fine. I didn't see. Now, are they going to get one person, or is somebody not going to understand? I don't know. But I know the more we cooperate, the faster things will open, and we can get back to the new mask normal, right? Because that's what it is. We'll have these things for a while. Okay. Not only be kind, not only be generous, not only be patient, but be well. Take care of yourself and those around you. See you tomorrow morning at 9 a.m.